right, so I've got some slabs here. I threw them in the kitty litter just a little bit, so they may have a little bit of oil in there, but with a Sharpie I should be fine marking these. And I've also done some little like chunks. This is just a Cherry Creek Jasper. We're going to turn those into some beads or maybe a sphere. And I got another piece of this tiger eye. And then my big chunk right here. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to whack this down with our trim saw. We'll do a little bit of trim work after we do this, and I'll show you kind of how the PT works as well, because not everybody's been able to see that. But here we go. All I'm going to do in this particular case is I'm going to say, okay, where do I want to make this shape? And I'm going to bump this to the corner as much as I can, and I'm going to just draw it. Just with my Sharpie. Gives me just a basic idea. And put a dot in the center. Maybe I'll do another one here. A little bit of space in between, because I'm going to whack these out with a trim saw. A dot in the center. And that dot is for where I'm going to put my pin. So I'll just do 3 of these for shits and giggles. And maybe I'll squeeze a heart or something out on the, I'll do an oval over there. So that's that. Let me grab, actually, oh, can't do that. I'll grab an oval. Yeah, that oval will be fine. And again, I'm sure some of you would be like, oh my God, you're doing a dirty job shaping that, but all I got to do is get it close. All right, and I'll do this one here. Maybe I'm going to make a couple of these bigger ones here. And all I'm doing is to just get basic proximity on this. You generally don't want to do shapes bigger than this. You want to do shapes smaller than that, or the same. This is a little bit tougher shape because you're not going to get that super sharp point on the front, but you will get pretty darn close. Generally, you probably wouldn't want to set something quite that sharp as it is. And then let's get this. Let's see how big this is. We may want to do this one. Let's see. I'll do a couple of these little pendant jobbers. I'll wipe this off. Maybe a little bit easier to see on that side. Now I'm not looking super careful. I mean, you guys that many of you guys are going to be much better at looking at the stone and take more time. I'm kind of just flying so you guys can get an idea of this. But I'll put a couple of these on here. I'm just doing this so that I know where to cut. Do another one too. So you're a little bit tight, but the tighter I have them together, the more potential. You've got to really make sure you line this up in the pin and your position, which I'll cover, or else you're going to have a problem. And let me pop some more ovals in as well. That's just be fun. All right, and then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to block this down to some 1-inch pieces, 1-inch wide pieces. So this is here. So I'm going to cut this into some pieces. We'll turn that into some beads. So I don't really need to measure that right now. I kind of know what a 1-inch cut looks like. All right, we're going to go to the trim saw now, and I'll just whack these out, and we're going to use the production trim saw, and then we'll come back.